Shlomi, I really appreciate you taking the time to meet up. I know you're busy, so let's make it count.
All right, man. I'm here for you.
So look, over the last year, we produced a ton of video for you at a bunch of really beautiful projects, one in which was 90 Morton. So at 90 Morton, we produced 4 videos for you. Tell me a little bit about that project. What makes that project so great? How's the activity over there?
Sure. So first of all, thank you for this. This is great to be talking to you, and especially to someone who understands the business very well from the brokerage side as well, not just from the camera side. Yeah, 90 Morton is very unique. It's a conversion of a printing factory from 1912. BCRE, Bragg Capital Real Estate, is the developer. They've done an amazing job of transforming that project into a very high-end boutique condo. The original building was an 8-story massive industrial building on a corner of Morton and Greenwich. They built 6 more stories to make it into a 14-story building, 28 residential units, large apartments, no transient type units, mostly 3,000 to 4,000 square foot apartments. LSS, which is Leroy Street Studio, did the interior design and architecture in collaboration with Gottesman, an amazing architect from overseas. And beautiful project, beautiful execution, amazing finishes, and great amenities as well. The location is the West Village, just north of Hudson Square, where Google right now is building 1 million square feet of corporate space, corporate headquarters, and it's been a smashing success. Everything that you took a video of is either sold or currently in contract or has offers on it.
That's amazing.
So that was a great process to work with you on it, but the product speaks for itself. There's great demand for that type of property downtown, and hands down, I think it's been the most successful project downtown during COVID and just post-COVID.
Now you work a lot closer with these projects from the start, as opposed to, a resale agent coming in after the project's already been built and figured out, and then they come in and they do their standard marketing. Is 90 Morton one of those projects where you were in from the beginning?
Sure, so our services are very different from just resale component, this resale aspect of brokerage. We normally get in at the onset of the project, and we have input on everything from floor plans, mechanicals, finishes, layouts, all with the objective of selling to the right audience and maximizing your price per square foot. So what's your unit mix like? What are your floor plans like? And this is all about understanding the market conditions in that sub-market and understanding the pipeline as well in terms of what the competition is going to be like in the next 2 to 3 years. From there, we go to branding the building and then marketing it and then selling it as well. So normally we're in a project, could be anywhere from 1 to 4 or 5 years, depending on market conditions, and we're very involved in every aspect of the project, unlike what we would call a resale broker that usually comes in when a building is already built, when somebody wants to resell the apartment. In 90 Morton, we did get in sort of in the beginning. A lot of the decisions, the design decisions were already made, but we have made a lot of changes in terms of the layouts, in terms of the positioning of the building. Is a very unique property downtown. We knew how special that project is, and it took us very strong branding to position it the right way, again, to maximize the price per square foot and the profitability for the owner. So yeah, we did that with 90 Morton, and during the process, when you see market conditions, when you understand where the demand is, sometimes you do need to make adjustments, hopefully not to the point of reshuffling and redoing the physical aspect of the building, because that's very costly, but we're involved in that as well.
So we're here in May of 2021, and it seems like the market's heating up in terms of action. Do you find that that's the case?
Oh my God, I mean, if you look at the past 15 months, call it March 2020 to now, today is May 3rd, 2021, unbelievable. What a roller coaster of market conditions. I mean, during COVID, the first few months were basically, there was absolutely no business done. Things started to wake up as the city started to open up a little around August of 2020. In October of 2020, we saw an incredible change in the marketplace, and the last quarter of 2020 was very busy. However, in comparison to the first quarter of 2021, it's like 180 degrees in terms of the market just completely changed. In terms of demand, in terms of absorption, in terms of inquiries, in terms of deals, in terms of big deals. We've been setting records now for the past few weeks, week over week. In terms of absorption of apartments, sales, number of deals, and also the degree of negotiability is much lower now than it was just a few weeks ago. I don't know how long this is going to last. I mean, these are conditions that I personally have not seen. I've been doing this for 35 years. This reminds me of 2006 in terms of activity, and then again in 2000, I would call it 13, in terms of activity, in terms of absorption, in terms of demand, in terms of hunger, really, for New York City properties. I have not seen these conditions in a very long time, and it's on steroids. I mean, the market right now is on fire. It's not necessarily, I would say, a seller's market yet. Prices are not climbing up, but there's huge levels of absorption taking place, which definitely will have an effect on what the market is going to look like in the next 12 to call it 24 months.
Everybody wants a piece in New York.
For sure.
Always.
For sure.
No matter what's going on.
Yeah, and look, we've had challenges here, for sure, and we still have challenges here, and what the next, foreseeable future is going to look like is very much in question because we have local elections coming up in 2021. Whoever the administration is going to be in local government is going to have a huge effect over the city in terms of business. We have had people, we all heard the stories about people moving to Florida because of taxes, moving to Texas because of taxes, people leaving the city because of a flight out of urban areas due to COVID. I don't believe in all that. There is a certain degree of a community that's moving outside the city, and there had been people that moved out of the city because of COVID. But what I'm seeing personally in my projects and from discussions with brokers and just throughout the industry is a huge flight back into the city. There's just nothing like New York. No matter how you spin it, there's nothing like New York. I don't believe in a flight out of urban areas. I think the future is all about urban areas. And I think there's only so much you can do down in Florida and in Miami. The cultural aspect is missing. I believe the business aspect is missing. There's nothing like the fabric and the character of what you find here in the city. Education is better, and people just want to be here. So I believe that this is what's going on right now. We're seeing pent-up demand from 15 months of non-activity. People are getting good deals. They have cash, mortgage rates are low, and they want to be here in New York. They want to be in Manhattan.
Let's talk about another couple of projects that we've worked on with you. So we're here at 503 West 24th, a beautiful development, a very unique set of residential units. We captured 4 units for you. I know there's 5 units in the building. You're responsible for selling 4 of them. Walk me through what's happening here.
There are 5 residential units in this project. 1 was sold before I came onto the project. The 4 residential units that we did videos for, 2 are already in contract. 1 has a contract out, so there's only 1 left. So if you bring luck, this will be 1 project, and my other projects as well, where if I have you do a video, I sell, and that's very good. So I'm going to get you into my videos every time I have a project. This project is very unique. We're in the heart of West Chelsea, the Gallery District of New York, of Manhattan. Amazing location and an incredible project. I have not seen anything like this in a city in terms of the construction aspect of it and the design aspect of it. This project was designed by Peter Marino, one of the most sought-after architects and interior designers in the world today. He just doesn't build projects like this. He does private homes for very select audience. And to actually get a home designed by Peter Marino is a challenge as well because he's so sought after. Here, he designed a building that's completely out of the box based on my experience of 35 years in the business in terms of design and construction. Bar none, the best product in the city. In everything in this space, starting from the facade all the way inside, the windows are the best that money can buy. The mechanical systems in the building, people just don't build like that in New York. You have a 4-pipe system, you have radiant heat throughout the apartment. The insulation here is incredible. We're on a corner of 24th Street and 10th Avenue. You do not hear anything here. It's such great insulation. The kitchens were designed by Peter Marino with collaboration of Daniel Gulud of Daniel's. Amazing quality. The stonework in this building is simply incredible. It's exotic, it's from all over the world. Quarries all over the world were picked for select stone in the bathrooms and kitchens. No one apartment repeats itself in terms of design. 5 residential units, full-time doorman, 2 elevators in the building, 1 residential private elevator that opens up on the floor, and then 1 service elevator. You just don't find this type of a structure in a building like this. The retail space here was purchased by Morton, one of the most, one of the leading galleries in the world. All in all, in my experience, again, the best product bar none. This was developed by the Victor Group, very prominent, experienced, reputable developer in the city with a long track record of incredible projects. And the design, again, in my opinion, the best product in the city. So, yeah, we have now 4 units, 3 units spoken for out of 4 remaining apartments, and 1 apartment which I believe will be sold very, very soon.
I'm glad everything's working out for you here. Tell me, what do you have coming up? What's on the horizon here for you?
Oh, we're busy. We're busy. So, I'm a very boutique firm. I do sales and marketing of new developments. I represent the projects myself. I have a very strong team that does marketing and research. Our data is bar none, I think, the best in the city in terms of transparency and real-time reporting. But I don't take on a lot of projects. I take on projects that I believe in, that I like, that have integrity in terms of design and architecture, that have a good relationship with the developer, a smart developer, experienced developer. I've been through the cycles now for 30-something years. I've seen the best and worst in people and in developers and in markets. And I try to align myself with strong developers where through the cycles we'll be able to sustain. Not just financially, but also in terms of the right decisions for their project. So the projects that I have are smart projects. I have 2 big projects coming up on the Upper West Side. One of them, which is already public, called Era, on a corner of 91st Street and Broadway. Beautifully done, ODA architecture, modern architecture, but very contextual, that fits well within the harmony and the synergy of the Upper West Side in terms of design and architecture. Large units really work well for post-COVID conditions. I have another project on the Upper West Side that I can't discuss details of, but very large-scale conversion on West End Avenue, which we think is going to be a very unique project for the Upper West Side and a great addition to the neighborhood. Another project in Midtown East, beautifully designed, modern architecture. And then we have a few projects that we're looking at that would probably launch in the next 18 to 24 months. Currently not public, so I can't really speak of them. But one, if I can say one line, one common denominator to all of them is just my belief in the project, my confidence in its success, and really the integrity that comes with in terms of the architecture, in terms of the developer, and just the team that puts it all together.
Well, I wish you nothing but success on your current and future projects. I can't thank you enough for giving us the opportunity to work with you on all of these projects leading up to this interview. I've always loved your style, and I appreciate you taking the time to talk.
Thank you very much, Rob. This is a pleasure, and I look forward to our next one.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.